Hello everyone, this is Aaron Fish from HCF Gaming and welcome to NASCAR '09. So, for those of you who may or may not be familiar with this game, this is the last game in the EA Sports era. NASCAR '09 based off of the 2008 season. Last game of the EA Sports era. There was a couple years break in between the EA Sports and the Technics. Releasing NASCAR the game 2011, I believe was the first one. Might be wrong there, but so this game is cool. It looks really good. The graphics are cool, but it has a lot of issues. It does. But we're gonna try to do a career mode through this, and yeah. But let's point out some of the things that are going on with this game. Let's start off with the driver roster because this is kind of a point of lots of issues. So in this game you have Sprint Cup, Nationwide, and the Craftsman Truck Series. I'll try to call it those names because in this game at least all of those actually happened, unlike in the in NASCAR '06 I call it the it's called the National Series in NASCAR '06, so I just call it Xfinity. But let's start with the Truck Series because there's not much to talk about here. There's only 4 real-life drivers in the Truck Series. 4. That's it. That's embarrassing. But the four real-life drivers who are in this aren't really that good either. Colin Braun in the 6 truck, sorry. Got Shane Sieg in the '08. Got Travis Quattville in the '09. And then let me see if I can find... Oh yeah, Eric Darnell. Eric Darnell in the '99. That's really the only competitive truck from this time frame that's in this game. This in real life in this 2008 season, this was the year that Johnny Benson won the championship in the trucks in 2008. So kind of disappointing that I don't think there's any Toyotas in this field. Well, yeah, there's not any Toyotas drivers in this game. Another big flaw is that they don't have any manufacturers. As you can see in the truck, on the front of the grill, there's no like Ford logo, which would be what Colin Braun would race in. But that's the Truck Series. Not much to say. The Xfinity Series, Nationwide Series. I'm just gonna call it Xfinity Series. There are more drivers, but they are almost all Cup Series drivers in this game. Got Clint Bowyer in the 2, Dale Earnhardt Jr. in the 5. This is the first year that Dale Jr. ran for Hendrick, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. David Reagan in the 6. Martin Truex Jr. in the 8. Patrick Carpentier in the 9. Casey Kane in the 9. Here's your first non-Cup Series guys, Chase Miller, also in the 9. So you have 3 9 cars, Whisk, Hellmans, and Ragu. Got Sam Hornish Jr. in the 12, Greg Biffle in the 16, Matt Kenseth in the 17, Bobby Hamilton Jr., there's another Xfinity-only guy in the 25, Jeff Burton, back to Cup Series, Dario Franchitti. Kelly Byers is your 3rd Xfinity-only guy. That's a fantasy guy. Marcus Ambrose, Carl Edwards, and that's it. That's all of your Cup Series guys. The rest of these guys are fictional, as you can see. But when you go to the Cup Series roster is pretty full. So you got to give them at least the props for getting Cup Series drivers in there. But obviously, kind of embarrassing with the lineup that they put together for the Xfinity and the Truck Series. There's my car. I kind of created a little Aaron's Coca-Cola mix scheme there. But so we got Regan Smith in the 01, Martin Truex Jr. in the 1, Kurt Busch in the 2. This must be his last year with Penske or close to it. Casey Muse in the 5. David Reagan in the 6, Clint Bowyer in the '07. I was really thrown off by this when I raced my first race because he wasn't in the Jack Daniels scheme, but obviously alcoholic beverage, so got to work around that. Mark Martin is in the 8. Casey Kane in the 9. Again, must have been one of his last years there. Patrick Carpentier is in the 10. Denny Hamlin in the 11. Ryan Newman in the 12. Last year, I know for sure for him in Penske. Paul Menard in the 15. Greg Biffle in the 16. Matt Kenseth in the 17. Kyle Busch in the 18. There are some secondary skins as well, but we won't look into those right now for time's sake. Elliott Sadler in the 19. Tony Stewart in his last year at Joe Gibbs. The year after this is when Stewart Haas Racing was formed. So this is his last year for Gibbs. Got Marcus Ambrose in the 21, as well as John Wood. Got Jeff Gordon. Jamie McMurray. Must have been one of his last years at Roush. Travis Kvapil in the 28. Harvick in the 29. Jeff Burton in the 31. David Gilliland in the 38. Dario Franchitti in the 40. Reed Sorensen and Juan Pablo Montoya. Got Bobby Labonte, Dale Jarrett, and David Rudiman. The only difference that I noticed between Jarrett and Rudiman is you see, it doesn't zoom in, but there's a little Dale Jarrett logo on the side, because this is the year Dale Jarrett ran only like 5 races, and then Rudiman took over for him, and Dale Jarrett retired. Kyle Petty was still in the 45, Jimmy Johnson in the 48, Michael Waltrip in the 55, Sam Hornish Jr., 77, Brian Vickers and A.J. Allmendinger with the Red Bull team, Dale Earnhardt Jr., again, must have been his first year with Hendrick. J.J. Yaley's in the 96. I guarantee you I'm going to be saying Tony Raines in this scheme. I guarantee you. And Carl Edwards. That rounds out your Cup Series lineup. It's about 40 drivers, so there's like 2 or 3 fantasy guys in there. So, without further ado, we're going to head off to race modes and chase for the NASCAR Sprint Cup career mode.
Set up with a sponsor. Sponsors are split up into multiple classes. Your rep determines what sponsor class you're eligible for. The higher your rep, the better the sponsors. So let's go get one signed for you.
Alright, so we need to get a sponsor lined up for you. Let's go see what is available. I'm going to assume not very much. As you can see, we're kind of on the low end of the totem pole there. So we could sign with Roll Nelly. We got Which Way GGS, a global guidance system, Zombie Tachometers, and Zap Spark Plugs. Well, let's see what the objectives are. So we're actually pretty close to getting to the next sponsorship class. We might end up upgrading. But let's see. We got 5 races, 32nd. I don't think we have any issues meeting these requirements. But this has, Zap Spark Plugs has the best reward for meeting the sponsorship obligations. So we're going to do that. We're going to sign with Zap Spark Plugs. Accept.
All right, you have a sponsor. Great. As your rep and sponsors improve, you'll be eligible for better team contracts. Let's go get you signed up with a race team.
Alright, let's see what we got as far as race teams. I can't imagine we got much. We could go straight to the Nationwide Series, but I'm going to go with the Truck Series to start here. As you can see, there is only one real-life truck team, I think, in the order there, so that's pretty sad. But let's see. So if we don't make the objectives on these teams, we lose 25 for reputation. But then that would equal this. So the risk is about as great as the reward. So we will sign with one of these teams, just a matter of which team we want to go to. I think I like Team Thunder as the best. And for the incentives, we could either get durability on short tracks, durability on super speedways, or speedways. I think durability on short tracks is going to be the best because that's where we're going to get the most contact. So we're going to accept the contract for Team Thunder Motorsports, a step above the newer teams in the series focused on short tracks. Accept.
Whoa, just a minute there. The team contract you signed is for the truck series. But as you can see, this is not a truck. Let's go over to the paint booth and get you set up with a new Craftsman truck ride. If you already have a truck saved, you'll be able to load it once we get to the paint shop.
Alright, so that's one thing I haven't done yet is go to the paint booth, so for the truck anyway. So I'm going to create a paint scheme and I'll be right back with you. Alright, so here's our truck. Nothing too fancy. You don't have much of a color choice, unfortunately, so there it is for now. Obviously, we can make some adjustments as we go on, but so there's that. We will save and exit.
Sponsorship? Check. Team contract? Check. Suntan lotion? Check. Great. We're ready to go to the beach. You have everything set up for your first race at sunny Daytona. Grab your credential and let's head out to Daytona International Speedway for your first race. Good luck.
Alright, I'm glad we got the sunscreen because as a ginger, sunscreen is very important. We'll turn the game audio back down now that Jeff's most likely done talking. But yeah, it's time for our first race in NASCAR non-career mode. Let's check the race settings here. So we want 15% is I think a good barometer, but we want to make sure we have one pit stop. So yeah, 15%, one pit stop. We want the opponent's strength to be on hard. Adaptive strength, I don't know if I want that. Let's turn that off. Damage on, but let's do visual only. Collisions on, obviously flag rules full. So we're going to get a total reputation modifier of 5%. I'm just going to kind of show you what we got for the gameplay settings. This is going to kind of have to be on a track by track basis. I found with the Cup Series that I did during testing. But for big tracks like Daytona and for mile and a half where I don't need to use the brake, I don't need any of these. Or well, we'll keep them on low. For the bigger or not big, the smaller tracks that need braking, short tracks, Bristol, Richmond, Martinsville, I'm gonna have to put some of these on. So definitely we're gonna have to go track by track basis. But for now, we can keep these on low, just in case if I get into any issues. But I shouldn't need them. Wish to keep changes? Yes. So there's your words in your settings for now. Again, we're gonna have to go on a track by track basis. Let's hope I don't regret going on hard. But let's head off to Daytona. Alright, here we are at Daytona. I'm just gonna show you the screen. So we could practice. We're not going to qualify, race, settings, setup, all that stuff. So let's qualify, and I'll see you guys when we start our lap. Alright, here we are starting our qualifying lap in the truck. This is the first time I have actually raced the truck in this game. I've done some Cup Series test sessions, but I have not done truck. So this is the old 2-lap format, so I'm going to kind of take it easy on this first lap. Not be super aggressive, but yet stick to the bottom lane. Try to have a steady corner. And then try to gain some speed off, so that when we start our second lap, we have as much speed as possible coming into tri-oval. But we'll see where this first lap puts us. I have no idea what to expect, really. If this first lap is not last, I would be very surprised. But again, I really have no idea what to expect as far as difficulty, because I haven't done anything in this game very much. since 2008. So we were 29th on lap 1 with not sticking to the bottom very well. So let's try to stick to the bottom 100%. Maybe we can get a better effort. And as I say that, we immediately wash up the track. Car is a little tight on entry, I will say that. We might have to loosen it up a little bit, as much as that scares me to do. But let's see what we can do here. So I'm not a huge fan of this HUD. Just the track map on the side, the mirror on the top, and then the information on the lower right. That's not much information, and I'm not sure I like the selective information that it does give me. There is the secondary menu here, and I'm not sure I like that either. But let's see where this puts us here. Got a lot of ground to make up, he says. Alright, 29th. Was that second lap any better? I don't know. Let's see the session info. So that second lap was actually worse. Standings, let's see where we compared to other guys. So we're 29th out of 36, so that's not very good. But we want a challenge here. We don't want to, run away with it. Car setup. So this is also a little bit different. You have kind of this basic setup where you can just tell the crew chief what to do. But you also could go in depth with it as well. But basically, let's just push it a little loose. Continue. And let's head off to the race and see what happens. I don't know what to expect, but let's head off. Alright, no intro. I didn't know if there would be like a little ESPN intro or something. Let's get this off. So let's just... Oh god, is that going to be there all of the time? I hope not. So it looks like bump drafting works a little bit. A little bit, not too much. So like I said during qualifying, I'm not sure if I'm a big fan of the limited information that it does give me here. Alright, we're going to get a huge run here. We're going to take it to the inside. Try to make up some spots here. The outside lane also seems to be really not doing well. We're still tight entering the corner, so I do have to let off a little bit going in, which is not ideal at a restrictor plate track. Alright, we got another slingshot ready. We're going to try to make it happen here. Slight contact. Some more contact, and then we'll just start bump drafting. So we've moved up to 14th already. We're also going to overtake again, even though we didn't have the slingshot. Alright. Alright, so can we just note that I wrecked and we're still perfectly fine speed-wise? This is hard difficulty, people. Really? A black flag? What? For rough driving? Am I not supposed to touch? And I can't restart either. Great. Alright, guess we're coming down pit road now. I wonder if they'll let me service my car here. Is that what I did? Well, crap, and it's not going to let me pit either. Said black flag for rough driving. Really, game? Really, game? Are we going to go all F1 2016 and Project Cars 2 on me? I'm not okay with this. We need a caution now if we're going to have any shot at this. I don't know how fast we're going to be by ourselves. Obviously, we were pretty fast in the draft. That's why I was making a bunch of aggressive moves, but I guess that's too much for the game. And it didn't let me pit either, so that doesn't help the scenario. Because we do have to pit. Remember, we made sure that the race settings were so that we would have to pit. I do think we could probably pull off some strategy with only right side tires, maybe even no tires, because we don't have anywhere yet. So we're gonna get a little leaderboard here. Darnell's in third, but that's the only. Well, now he's in second. So I have a sneaky suspicion that we might be able to catch up to the back of the pack here. That's just a sneaky suspicion. Because I think we've already gained time on the pack, which is really sad. This is hard difficulty, but it is what it is, I guess. We did qualify 29th, so maybe I'm wrong about that, but we'll see. I didn't really get a chance to look to see how fast we were going in the draft, so don't really have a comparable number. But I'm going to cut out here. We'll ride around for a little bit, see when pit stops come, and then I'll bring you guys back in. Well, as I predicted, we have caught the back of the pack. Let's take this off for a little while. So let's just... Please don't tell me that was a black flag. Alright, so we did not get a black flag for that. We easily could have. We got to be super careful. We've already gotten one penalty and overcome that. So obviously the AI is not that good at drafting here at Daytona. And apparently the game doesn't want you to draft. So I am openly questioning whether we actually do have to pit or not. But we're going to ride it out as long as we can, see if the AI comes in. Because the fuel tank is half empty right around 7.5 laps. So that will get us to the end of this race. It's just a matter. Oh, there is a car coming in now. Couple cars. So I'm going to keep this menu up so we can kind of keep an eye on everything. In the upper right hand of this menu, you'll see the fuel. Or upper left hand, sorry. Upper left hand, you'll see the fuel. You'll also see how much we're wearing on the tires. And you'll also see kind of a draft meter as well. This is kind of like your one-stop shop for all the information you could ever need. But we are just flying. I really wish we didn't get that black flag because we would probably be fighting for the lead right now. Oh no! Yellow flag. Alright. Now, are they going to put me in the back for being involved in the crashes and that? So we're going to pit. Yes. But we got to do some different settings. We're only going to do a splash of fuel and right side tires. Actually, no tires. No tires. No tires. That's what we're going to do. Just a splash of fuel, see if that gains us some spots. It did not reset us in the last place yet. I don't know if they will or not. Because that's the thing with this game. It resets you in the last place. There are also some cars staying out, possibly trying to stretch it. I don't know this game well enough, the game settings well enough. No tires. Half a can of fuel. Not going to make any other changes. Probably should have just gone for a splash, but I didn't think about it. Fuel, 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 fuel. Go, 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 go. Alright, we definitely gained some spots there. Definitely gained some spots. It's just a matter of whether they're going to reset us to the back of the field or not. Let's see, where are we? Where are we? Well, we're not in the top 10. But we're pretty darn close, and considering how fast we are, assuming we don't get another black flag, we're going to be in really good shape. Get rid of this menu now. Alright, considering I got a black flag for something earlier, I'm not going to pass before the start-finish line. That seems like something that I might get black flag for. So we're in 11th, and obviously we're super fast. We just got to avoid getting into people. And immediately as I say that, I do so. Because I definitely think we can win this race. Definitely think we can win this race. We only got... This is actually a green-white checkered now that I look at it a little clearer. We're going to have a huge run here. We're going to take it. I'm going to... Alright, we're going to have to fall in line there. I had to hit the brakes. Had to hit the brakes. There's Travis Quatful in the 09. We're coming to take the white flag now. I'm up to 6th. I'm going to try to get into the draft of this lockjaw car. We're going to have to use the outside lane. Make it work. There's Colin Braun as well. Alright, we're going to split 3 wide with 2 of the 4 real-life guys in this game, in this series. Do not hit anybody on. Alright, we're up to 2nd. This guy's fast though. We gotta time this right. Gotta time this right. Get in the draft, and now we are in the lead, gentlemen and ladies. Sorry if there's any females watching. But we have taken the lead and we are flying away. Let's just look at how fast we're flying away. Look at the split in the bottom middle of the screen. But we are going to win at Daytona. We led 1 lap and 1 lap only, the final lap. We won by a 2nd. We pulled out to a 2nd. Let's celebrate. Alright, it's going to take a little while for us to warm up here. Guess we're going to do it in the grass. Come on. There we go. Let's get some grass smoke, I guess. Alrighty. So we won at Daytona. Who would have thought that would have happened? Yeah, did not expect that. Darnell and Braun finished 3rd and 4th. So good for them. Glad to see some real-life guys in this. And Quaffle finished 7th. So 3 of the 4 real-life guys ended up in the top 10, so that's good. But yeah, our rep points are going to go up, up, up. We're almost up to the next sponsorship goal that we can do. But yeah, let's head back to the menu, see if there's anything else to take a look at.
All right, the butterflies are gone. You've completed your first career race. How does it feel? Are you ready to race again? All right. Well, I'm going to leave you here to fill over your options. If you need a little help, just ask me. I've got an audio tip all set up for you here.
Alright, Jeff Gordon leaving us alone. It's a sad state of affairs when Jeff Gordon abandons you. But we can go and ask for help if we want to. But yeah, it doesn't look like there's anything else for us to take a look at the moment. So let's just kind of look at this menu that we have here. Performance points. What's that? So this is like our score. I don't know how to put it. But we don't have any performance points available. But this is like how we upgrade our car, I guess would be the best way to put it. Upgrade the engine, chassis, aerodynamics, and durability. As you can see, as a result of our contract, we got a +3 durability at short tracks. So that's what that is. Can't do anything with that now. Paint booth if we wanted to. Sponsorship. We're obviously locked into this sponsor for a little while. I'm not quite, again, I don't know how these things work. So maybe Jeff will give us some more guidance eventually here. But I think we at least have to stick with this sponsor for 3 races. And then maybe we can, or the team for 3 races, the sponsor for 5 races, and then we can reevaluate. So that's going to be it for today, guys. We won our Truck Series debut, no big deal, on hard difficulty. I'll keep looking at the settings to see if there's anything we can manipulate a little bit, but yeah, if that's the sign of things to come, this is going to be a relatively quick playthrough. So Thank you guys so much for watching. If you like this video, be sure to hit that thumbs up button. And if you want to see more content from HDF Gaming, be sure to hit that red subscribe button. It really means a lot to me, and I will see you in the next episode. Bye.